Dang, it isn't even fully dark outside yet, and these are already starting to light up. Yeah, it would normally be a little darker before these things would start lighting up, but apparently they've started early for some dang reason. Oh dang, even this started lighting up too. It normally doesn't light up until it's a lot darker. Dang, what is going on today? Yeah, they're already going despite it not being like actually legitimately dark outside yet. That is absolutely insane, because that normally doesn't happen. And if that wasn't crazy enough, yes, we're doing it. Even though it's even lighter outside than the previous day, this still looks amazing regardless. Wow. How does it end up still being so good after all this time? It's Friday, November 10th of 2023, and if you've known this channel, or specifically this series alone for the past 7 years, then you would know that there is a yearly episode concept that I do every single year on November 10th, and I have never skipped a year. Ironically, today marks 5 years since we first did it in this backyard. What's also ironic is that that was also the same episode that the blue lights were originally introduced for the first time ever in the workshop. So that's a little coincidence. But as you know, I introduced the current ones 2 episodes back on November 8th. Mainly because that's when they arrived that day. With all that said, the time I am recording this is 5:53 p.m. Now, back in the original 7 years ago, it was 5:46, and I almost tried keeping that time consistent throughout the next few years. I don't know if we ever were able to fully accomplish that. I remember in the 2022 version, by the time we got out here, it was pretty much completely dark. Thankfully this year around, I thankfully have fixed that and actually got out here a whole lot earlier. To be quite honest though, with this being the 8th time in a row that I am doing this on November 10th, it's getting a lot harder to think of new concepts to do with this classic tradition. So what are we gonna do this time around, you're probably wondering. Yeah, that's the problem of doing this 8 times in a row now. You kind of ran out of ideas to make it interesting. Not to mention, we've also made 2 sequels to this in August 2017 and 2019 respectively that were outside of November. So that's also a problem. That actually is. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So, we're gonna figure that out. But, for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it at this. And we'll see where things go. For now, not much seems to be going on. As you can see, the 900 subscribers event is gone on the, sorry, I almost said creation roll. No, in the backyard, as you can see, it is entirely gone. And that is as expected, because that was only a 1-day party. It wasn't even up for, like, hold on, give or take. It was only up for about, I want to say, a good 13 to 14 hours. I mean, yeah, it was up for like 14 hours, maybe? Oh, no, sorry. I want to say like 17 hours, because I set it up around like 5 or 6 p.m. on November 9th, so I want to say 17 to 18 hours, so almost 24 hours. Just nearly 24 hours. So I want to say around 17 to 18 hours that the event was up before I finally took it down. I want to say around 10 a.m. EST, or somewhere around there. But regardless, it was a fun little mini event to celebrate for like 1 day. It really was. And like, it really was a fun thing to celebrate in the backyard. So now that that's over with, the next actual event for the backyard, since that one came out of nowhere, is the Thanksgiving mini event, which lasts for basically all of Thanksgiving weekend. And then the next event after that is Christmas on December 15th. Yep, we just jump automatically to that a few weeks later. I know there's a lot more downtime in the backyard now compared to previous years, where in previous years there was never genuinely a lot of downtime. But now I'm being a lot more smart years later, and that means around now, to actually get a lot more downtime between events. I remember within the first few years of doing backyard events, there was like almost nearly no downtime in between events for some reason. It felt like there was an event like almost every week. And I thought I'd just make myself pretty clear here, because that actually was kind of true. I even looked at the playlist for backyard events, and that ends up actually being the case for some reason. And yes, we do have Cody in there. You really think we were going to go without him? This should get his attention. Well, I would say that if... Give me a second. There it is. You want to come, Cody? Yeah, I figured just as much. So why did I turn on the lights, you're probably wondering. Well, there is some good news. Assuming I can open this for you. So, this may look the same. And while yes, it does look the same, there's a little difference. The Halloween lights, specifically the orange and purple lights, are now in here. Actually, what's funny is that every single light from the 900 subscribers event is in here now. And will be in here most likely till Christmas, or at least just the Christmas event on December 15th. The only ones to not come out of this bin will be the... Okay, I should have saw that coming. Oh, wait, that's right, because there's two bins here, actually. We gotta actually fill the other one. I actually got an idea for that one, which actually, we could actually do in this video, actually. I wouldn't mind, actually. The only ones that will not come out of this bin during that time will be the orange and purple ones, as it makes literally 0 sense. Okay, I thought that dock door wasn't open for a second. But, yeah, the purple and orange ones will be the only ones to not come out of this bin when the Christmas event arrives. Now, the true intention here is that I actually need to put this in the shed, but I can do that off camera. I will respectively do that off camera, as it is going to take a bit of time, and it requires both my hands. You gotta be kidding me. But yeah, it does require both my hands, so I actually do gotta do that off camera. But for the time being, it works. Okay, I'll get that closed later. But actually, there is something I did want to put in the bin. The other one. So, you see all of this, right? You see like all this, like the 4th of July pinwheels and stuff? See all this kind of stuff right here? Well, that's the stuff that's going to have to go in the second bin. You see the empty one. I know you can't see it because these are actually both inside each other, but there is actually a secondary bin. There's a reason there's a second lid right there. And that's because there is a second bin that I will have to put the summer stuff and 4th of July stuff from that top drawer right there into a bin, so that drawer isn't like all crammed up and stuff, because it's been like that for a good while now, for probably like a year now, if I had to take a guess. Okay, I was curious where the heck Cody was. Hey, what do you know? It's practically night at this point. What do you know? Perfect transition. Regardless, well, yeah, at least I showed you something useful today. No, I'm actually glad I did because it's already like 6:01. Dear God, how is it already 6:01? Or just 6 p.m. in general? Good Lord, man. It should not be that late already. My God, dude. Ever since Daylight Savings ended on November 5th, these days are either going very slow, which actually is probably for the better considering these days have gone so fast lately. Okay, yeah, he went in the one eye. But, yeah, these days have been going so fast lately, at least prior to Daylight Savings ending. So, you know, maybe it actually does make sense that these are going a bit slower than usual. I mean, we did get the extra hour back, so that would make sense. But, yeah, there's not much else to say. And genuinely, yeah, I don't really have much else to say, I'm going to be quite honest. I may as well just end the episode here, because I just wanted to show you some things. But, yeah, that's genuinely all I wanted to do in this episode. The things I showed you. It's just crazy how early some of those lights came on, despite it not being like fully dark, at least up until what it is now. And while it may not look like it's fully dark, it's pretty much, well, getting to that point. So much so that the workshop is pretty much almost entirely blue now. Insane how that works. Like, seriously, that is insane how that works, that it is already this dark. But, yeah, that's all I genuinely gotta say, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here because, well, to be quite honest, like I said, I don't have anything else I really want to tell you guys. Yeah, it's already 6:03. Good Lord, man. I swear, man. Woo! Well, I'll see you all in the next episode on November 11th, which will be hopefully back at daytime as in tradition. At least let's hope, because the last, I want to say 3 episodes, this is the 3rd episode in a row, by the way, to be in this time of day, so hopefully next time we can get one in the afternoon. That would actually be pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep this tradition going, I'm not going to lie.